Hello and welcome to the 69th episode of Downtime Podcast.
Wow, the 69th. I came on the right. Well, no wonder you asked me.
I only wanted you to be here, Jairus, for the 69th episode. So this is podcast 69. That's right.
Ooh.
Listen to 6969 by Ninja Sex Party if you haven't. That's a great song.
I didn't even know it was a song.
Yeah. So today we have Jairus.
Hey, guys. I'm back.
Jairus is back. Friend of the podcast. And he's back on the perfect episode, 69. Why are you laughing?
Because I think it's just hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to be 69.
I wanted it to be a surprise for you.
Oh, boy, you surprised me.
Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about video games, stuff that we're doing, stuff that we're playing, some news, stuff that's happening tomorrow in the game world. But first of all, what are you playing right now, Jairus?
Let's see. Right now I'm not playing too many games. I think the most recent game I finished... Oh, actually, okay. The most recent game I finished was Persona 5. And
Okay.
that game was phenomenal.
You loved it?
I set aside 1 week for that game strictly.
Really?
And I loved every bit of it. It was probably one of the funnest RPGs I played in the longest time.
Really?
It is also, and I will fight anybody on this. Like, this is probably the most stylistic RPG or stylistic game I've ever played. Have you've seen it, right?
Yes, I have. I've seen trailers.
Red and Black has never looked so good in a video game. Like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking?
Yeah, I do.
Anybody who tries to challenge me on that, you need to see that. Oh, it's so gorgeous. The game was fun. I loved it. The story was very. I mean, it's like it was fun. And the characters were like the best part of it. I really liked all the dialogue with everybody, the dynamics between character types.
How's the music overall?
Oh. Meguro Shoji is the guy.
Meguro Shoji.
Yeah, so this guy has been doing music for the Persona series for a while now. I think his main song that landed like as a staple in the franchise is called "The Poem of Everyone's Souls," which is what you hear in the Velvet Room. It's like a very staple song. Happens in every Persona game.
Nice.
But the cool thing about Shoji Meguro is that each game he plays, there's a specific theme for the music. All I know is that for 4, it's J-pop. In 5, it's jazz. I don't remember what 3 was. My buddy would always tell me about it. But the guy is very, very talented. He's able to go through different genres and just like capitalize it. He's really good. He's a great composer. I recently fell in love with him because of how versatile he is in his like skill set. It's amazing. The guy does different genres, and he does real well at them. And he always gets a singer, and the singer is usually just like, you can't really understand her English, but it sounds good. In 5, it's a bit more, what is the word? You can comprehend it more, and it's nice. Especially that last surprise song. You heard it, right?
No, I haven't.
You'll never see it coming.
Ooh, perfect for this episode.
Oh my god, 69. I did not see it coming. It was the last surprise. But other than that, I haven't really been playing anything. I did originally want to get Project Octopath Traveler on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
But my Switch got stolen.
What? Are you kidding me?
You didn't know that?
Wait, I think I read it on Facebook, like at Anime Expo, right?
So,
no.
On the way back from Anime Expo, after having like one of the most fun times I've ever had in a convention, on the trip back on one of the buses, me and my buddy were playing like shogi on his phone, and I placed the Switch in its Breath of the Wild case with a few games in there on my lap. And I think when we were nearing the San Jose stop, it might have slipped off and I didn't realize. And the guy, like, I guess it fell to the back, and whoever got it didn't feel like telling me. So they just took it for themselves and got off the San Jose stop. And by the time we were in San Francisco, I realized, and I started freaking out. And then I was just like, well, this sucks. It was a pretty bad downer to end on. But, I mean, I'm sad about it. I'm upset about it, but it's not like I can't get another one. So
True.
It just sucks that I have to spend more to get another one. Me and my brother are we're waiting to see if there's gonna be like a Ultimate Edition Switch. Not like the Ultimate collector's edition kind of thing where it's just like a steel case and the Pro Controller. No, we want a Switch like Ultimate Edition where it has like the label on it or something like that. So we're on the lookout for that because we're gonna buy another one.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, it kind of sucks. But
damn, dude.
Yeah, the guy got like 3 games.
Fuck.
I just started doing my New Game Plus on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I loved that game.
Oh,
that game was really fun, guys. If you like JRPGs, that's gonna be a good one. Just started that, and plus they announced the new DLC for it, and it's out now. The new DLC is literally like 40 hours worth of like story content, and I was like, I don't get to play it right away.
Oh no!
So I was pretty sad about it. And then he got Breath of the Wild with all my brother's DLC that he bought, and the Mario Kart. But I don't care about Mario Kart. But yeah, at least I'm alive, I guess.
Yeah, that's what matters. But lesson learned, right? Always keep track of your stuff.
Yeah, I should have just placed it in my bag or whatever. But
yeah.
I mean, in the end, when I look at things, it's not really anybody's fault but myself because I placed it on my lap when I could have put it anywhere else. So that's why I'm like not too upset because I do kind of realize it was my bad. But yeah, I missed out on Project Octopath Traveler, and I was really looking forward to it. I did hear a lot of good things, and the surprising thing was that the Octopath Traveler team on Twitter tweeted saying like thanks for 1 million, like they actually sold out really fast, and I was pleasantly surprised. I was so happy for them because that means that team gets to make another game in the future. So,
and I heard that they ran out of keys for that game.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, they how do you run out of keys for a digital game?
That's insane. That makes me happy then. Well, I mean, obviously they're going to supply more.
Sure.
But the thing is that the immediate demand is going to be it's going to suck to wait for that stuff.
There's also a demand for that kind of game, you know, like JRPG style 2D-ish kind of game. So like to your point, like they'll produce another game probably like it or a sequel to it at least. So that'll be kind of fun to see because the market in the West is hungry for Japanese style games like that.
I think it's funny that you're mentioning that because a lot of the Japanese games are kind of story centric, and it kind of brings me to God of War, where a lot of people, I think it was EA saying that, or I think it was a company was saying that nobody wants single player games anymore. But then you see how well God of War did, which was a very like single player centered, like story centric game. It was really good. So that's like a big middle finger to them. They're just like, yeah, fuck you. Single player games are actually still going, like really strong.
Yeah, that sounds like an EA thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember which company said it.
I think it's EA. I think you're right.
Yeah, because EA. Well, I mean, if you're looking at it from EA's eyes, single player games aren't the biggest thing for them because multiplayer games they could throw on microtransactions and they get a lot more money. Because regardless of people saying that they don't want to buy it, there are still people buying it. And still people participating in the microtransactions and all that stuff. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah. Did you hear about the guy, the dude who initially, I think, thought of the idea for microtransactions? He got a bonus of like, I think 22 million. And that bonus was for him to stay. The guy quits immediately after receiving it.
I would too, damn.
Yeah, but I think they're trying to this was one of the videos I watched from Young Ye, and he was going over it. And he's mentioned in one of the articles he was reading that I think EA was deliberating over whether or not they're going to still give it to him, which I mean, like, it's kind of obvious that they shouldn't. He's leaving with 22 million. Like, hell no. But other than that, just single player games I think are still pretty prominent. I mean, a lot of the games I play are single. Well, then again, I'm just like a JRPG buff, so they're pretty single player.
Well, since your Switch got stolen and you're not playing Octopath Traveler, what are you playing right now? Because you still have your PS4, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I played. Oh, okay. I am playing something. My friend lent me PS Vita.
Okay.
And the only thing I'm playing on it, can you guess what it is? Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. Let me a PS Vita, and if you can guess what game I'm playing,
That's a hard question. I don't know any
I'll
PS
give you
Vita games.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Don't give me anything. Just tell me what you're playing.
So, my friend not only lent me his PS Vita, he also lent me Persona 4 Golden.
Okay.
So immediately after introducing me to Persona 5, he also lent me Persona 4, and I'm actually really happy for that because I've always been wanting to play the game, but I never had the opportunity to. And he said that I could have gotten an emulator and played it on the PS2 or like the PS2 version. But the thing is that the Persona 4 Golden, the Vita version, is like the definitive version. Right. It's like all the content that you would need for like a complete complete experience.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm pretty happy. Yeah, that's the only game I'm playing right now. PS4, I don't really have anything. I still have Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5, but I haven't touched it since I got it.
I need to get those and not play them just like you.
I can lend it to you if you want to.
No, I'm good. I'm playing other stuff.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's switch gears. What are you playing?
I'm playing Yakuza Kiwami 2.
It's okay. You're the Yakuza guy.
Yep.
I'm the Persona JRPG Final Fantasy guy.
Yeah, dude. So, you know me, I'm all about shooters and action games, and Yakuza is definitely one of those action games. Mm-hmm. Yakuza Kiwami 2 is the most recent entry in the franchise, although it is a remake of the second game in the franchise overall. It came out on the 28th last month, so it's pretty new. Alyssa and I have been playing it. We're trying to beat it in a month, but I don't think I can because I am going to be like doing all the side stuff, and I'll be busy doing all that little side stuff.
Side quests.
Yeah. So, like, the side quests are sometimes full games, like when you go to a karaoke, like you want to sing all the songs but you want to get 100 score on them.
Dude, that karaoke game, those are insane.
Totally. And then also when you go to the Sega arcades in the game, you can play actual the actual arcade games, like they're basically emulators. So there's like a Virtua Fighter and some other stuff. But I've been playing Yakuza Kiwami 2. I've been really liking it. What can I say about it other than that it's a solid Yakuza game in the franchise and everyone should play it, but everyone should start with 0 first.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart, actually. My girlfriend became obsessed with Mario Kart.
I'm sorry, I cannot stand that game.
I know you can.
I'm so bad at it, but the only reason I'm bad at it is because the game is, what is the word? I don't remember what it was. One of my favorite YouTubers, Game Maker's Toolkit, went over it. But it doesn't reward you for being good.
Yeah.
That's why I dislike it so much. Like, you could stay in like 8th place for the longest time ever, and as long as you're plan it right, you could just use all your items and then you're already in first. But then whoever's in 8th or last place can do the same thing. So it's not really, I don't feel like it's really based on skill, it's just based on luck.
I don't know.
That's just me. That's just me though.
I feel that way too. I think it's a little bit of both because so far amongst all my friends and my coworkers, because my coworkers, we all play it together. Sometimes I'm usually the best one between both groups because I'm always in first and I'm always like a mile ahead of everyone, only because I know how to drift properly. I know which characters to pick, which carts to pick, and how to drift. That's it.
Are motorcycles still really fast?
I wouldn't say fast. They have really good handling, so it's really good to drift with motorcycles.
Okay. I feel like carts are easier.
It depends on which character you pick, because like the smaller characters are really, really good at drifting. The heavier characters, of course, they're not. So it depends on which cart you pick too. So the character and the cart affect each other like substantially. I'm pretty sure you know all this, but we've been playing Mario Kart. It's been fun. I've been beating my friends. If that makes any sense.
Dude, no, that's like the best. That's the best feeling ever.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, Jeremy, are you done yet?" I'm like, "Nah, wait, okay, now I finished."
Have you done yet? No, I still want to play another and get first, just so I can show off.
Well, I will say this: it does get boring at the top because I only get coins, bananas, and green shells as items.
Sounds about right.
Since the RNG
you
doesn't.
Forgot bananas.
Yeah, I said banana peels.
Oh, I'm wrong.
So like the RNG doesn't favor people who are in first place. It favors the people that, like you mentioned, are in 8th place or last, because it wants those people to get up to first place. But once they get the bullet and go up to first place, it's only 2nd place for them because I'm already in first place.
My bad, Jeremy.
I know.
Jeremy's so good. You will never be in first place if you play with him.
I'm not trying to challenge anyone, all right? I'm just saying,
He's
amongst
lying.
my friends
He
and
wants
my
all the
coworkers,
challenges.
I am the best. But that's a really small statement compared to the people that are online. Granted, I haven't played online, so that doesn't make me the best online. That just makes me the best amongst my friends and coworkers.
I want you to play online now.
I don't want to play online.
Just
I want to get
so
my
I
ass
can-
kicked. I
can see you get first.
I'm talking all this shit right now, and I'm gonna get my like asshole rammed
You're
in.
gonna get like all these emails like, here's my Switch friend code. Let me get yours. We're gonna single player 1v1.
All right, I'll be like, all right, well, be prepared to lose.
Oh, he's fighting. Fight
me.
You thought he was gonna be passive about this. Nah, he's gonna wreck you.
I was playing against three of my friends like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I made this challenge. I was like, all right, you guys versus me. And they're like, okay. I was like, with the computers though. They're like, okay. So because I just wanted to see. I didn't want to see my raw talent, first of all.
My raw talent. You heard it here from Jeremy.
I know, I'm not that good. I'm telling you. I only know how to drift, and that's how I get in first.
And wreck you.
See me on the court. No.
Hot damn.
But I I lost to them simply because I blame my team for holding me down because they're all computers, and there were 3 players versus me, so yeah, I lost to them by 3 points.
Yeah, see, Jeremy's still doing work. God damn. All right, I'm just never gonna play Mario Kart.
No, come on, we'll play. We'll be on the same team, so you don't lose horribly. I'm just kidding.
now you hear that? He's saying that I can only win if I'm on his team.
I'm joking.
I'm just kidding.
But I love Mario Kart. Mario Kart 8 to me is the most definitive edition of Mario Kart. Although Double Dash comes to a close second. Yeah, Double Dash
is my favorite.
Oh, dude, yeah,
that one's so fun. I loved it.
Yeah.
If they ever do a remake of that, I'd love to see it on Switch.
I'm buying it day one.
I know, right, dude? That game was actually really fun to play.
Oh yeah, no, totally, dude.
I had so many good memories playing that on the GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
So what else are you playing? Or is that it?
I was playing a couple games on PC before Yakuza Kiwami 2 came out because...
What are you playing on PC?
Yeah, so before Yakuza Kiwami 2 came out, because I knew it was going to take a bunch of my time up, I was playing Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. It's a first-person war game set in Vietnam, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's pretty realistic in that one shot and you're dead.
Hey!
Yeah,
Sounds like hardcore team deathmatch.
Except every game is hardcore team deathmatch.
Hey, there you go.
It's a lot of fun. No, the game is a lot of fun. I want to hop back into it, but I'm preoccupied with playing some console games. I love the fact that the game rewards you with only cosmetic items. Like, the developers understood that they don't want to outweigh people who are new to the game, which is perfectly fine. Once you start playing the game, all the weapons are the same for everyone. Yeah. All the unlocks, all the customization, it's all there, like, ready for you to play. The only thing you get if you get a lot of points and you level up are skins and cosmetic items, which is the way it should be, in my opinion.
Take notes, EA.
Yeah, they're not going to take notes. They're going to take your notes, crumple it up, and throw it in the trash.
and then shit on it and
yeah.
turn it on fire.
My brother and I, we played Rising Storm 1 extensively, and that was set during World War II, so you could be the Japanese versus the Americans. Mm-hmm. And the great thing about that game is, not great thing, I wouldn't say, because like he and I became like the highest levels in the game, so well, of course everything to us is great, but the higher level you got, the more weapons unlocked, and it was kind of a disadvantage because you would have the standard Thompson, which had like 30 rounds, but once you reach level 50, you'll have the drum magazine Thompson, which had 50 rounds.
Okay.
So in a sense, it was unbalanced for new players, and it still is to this day, I believe. So, all the weapon unlocks are something that you have to achieve by killing more people, and the only way to kill more people is if you play the game. But if you're a new person, you can't kill everyone because you suck. That's just how it is. But with Rising Storm 2, as I mentioned before, they changed it so that everyone's on an even playing field, which is nice. You want that.
Oh, yeah, no, that definitely. Otherwise, it's going to feel like an EA game.
Man, bashing EA left and right, Jairus.
Dude, I'm sorry. EA is just a horrible... Okay, even though I bash them, they make a lot of money, and I wouldn't mind working for them.
Don't say that now. What if they become your future employer one day?
No, just make sure they never...
Hear this?
No, I'll just be like, that's not me. My voice doesn't sound like that.
That's another guy.
Yeah, that's another Jairus.
I'm Jairus.
Yeah, dude. You gotta emphasize the latter part of my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jairoast for roasting EA. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm just
Can't
relentless.
spell roast without EA.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you can.
Yeah.
There's no E in roast.
God damn, dude.
I tried.
It's okay. You did a good job. I think maybe we need a bit more whiskey.
Yeah, we're drinking whiskey, by the way. So don't slam the glass too hard when you put it on the table, please. Yeah. Oh, we're cheersing. Okay, so put it down slowly.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm getting accustomed to it, but I think it's because the ice.
Mixing
with it. Yeah, this is my first time. Well, not my first time, but I was reluctant to try the whiskey, and boy, did it hit me the first sip. But now I'm getting used to it.
Yeah, dude. No, I've been a huge fan of whiskey since like a year and a half ago, I'd say. One of my really good friends introduced me to whiskey. More like different types of whiskey, because the only thing I had at that point was Jack, and that's all I knew about whiskey was Jack. And I was like, all right, well, I don't like whiskey. I prefer clearer drinks. It's funny because now I prefer darker drinks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's a long road. It's been a long road. Last year, I was introduced to my girlfriend's English teacher in Japan, and he introduced me to Scotch, specifically Lafroig. Shout out to Lafroig, which you could find at Trader Joe's for like $40, and it's like this big green bottle, and it is really smooth. It's really good. It's like, oh boy, like
I have a story to tell you about Scotch.
Well, before we get to that,
finish yours.
Yeah. So then he got me into drinking Scotch and kind of like Scotch on the rocks and different ways of drinking Scotch overall. So that was fun. And then last year, No, not last year. Earlier this year, I went to Japan again, and I brought back a bunch of whiskey. And then Alyssa and we did a little video where we played Yakuza and we drank whiskey.
Hey.
All the whiskey that I brought. It was awesome, dude.
That must have been a really fun video.
Yeah, it was great.
Just half wasted. No, you probably weren't even going.
Well, the best part was that we ordered a giant platter of tempura and just ate it while we were drinking. Yeah, I know. Yeah, dude. It
sounds so good.
It was so awesome.
Where did you order from?
Noriega Teriyaki House.
Oh my god, where we got the sushi boat?
Yeah.
That double take.
Yeah, dude.
2? Oh yeah, real quick. My first time ever trying scotch. I met this guy from Europe and all that stuff. We were in IEC for a bit. There was this girl that we knew that had a birthday party. She invited both of us, and she liked to dance a lot. We did not, so she was like, "Oh, come dance with us downstairs." I'm like, "Okay, we'll do that."
Where was this at?
I don't remember, but it was downtown. I think it was Pete's. No.
Was it a club?
It was like some
Was
club.
it Temple?
No, it's not Temple. It was mixed with like a bar. The bar was upstairs. The club was downstairs.
DNA Lounge?
I don't think it's DNA Lounge.
Okay.
It's like a person's name, but
okay.
So she's like dancing, trying to get everybody to dance downstairs with her, and then me and the guy, we obviously look so awkward, so we're like, let's just go upstairs and chill. So we went upstairs, started chilling, and the guy is like talking to me about how he was back at home, just like how things are and how it's different over here in America. He proceeds to tell me how he loves drinking scotch, and then I'm like, okay, that's cool, and he's like, here, I'll buy you one, and I was like, I don't know, I never tried it. He's like, trust me, it's smooth, like you just mentioned. I drink it instantly. I almost want to throw up. Like I'm just like,
oh my goodness.
And then like the guy's smiling at me, so I'm like, I drink it, swallow it. I'm just like, how is it? I'm just like, it's good. It's really good. But I'm like dying on the inside.
Oh no.
It's just like, I don't think I'll ever try scotch again. I'm sorry. It doesn't. When you say smooth, I'm like, yeah, smooth enough to make me just come back out.
Where's this guy from?
I don't remember.
European country?
Yeah, he was in Europe. I just don't remember what it was, like Dutch or something.
I feel like a lot of Northern Europeans love scotch and whiskey. Just smooth alcohol. Well, I mean, they can probably get it better than we do since they're kind of near the distilleries. But I don't know. What do I know about alcohol?
Yeah, what do I know about alcohol? All I do is just drink wine. I love wine.
Well, damn, I could have brought that out too. But I want to drink whiskey with you because I thought it would be more fun.
All good, dude.
I'm trying to introduce you more. Cheers.
That's fine. He's trying to make my taste buds mature. See, Jeremy's talking about how all his drinks are becoming darker. It's because he's maturing like fine wine.
Ooh, compliments. Thanks, man.
I gotta get better at that.
Yeah.
What's up?
Don't slam it on the table.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, you just mentioned that.
Yeah, here, let me get coasters.
Sounds Gucci. But yeah, aside from all the games that I just mentioned, I'm not really playing that. Oh, well, I mean, I'm still playing my mobile game.
Which one's that?
I'm playing Final Fantasy Brave Exvius still.
Oh, right. Okay.
That, and I also play Fire Emblem Heroes a little bit, not
cool.
as much. And then there's this new one that came out called Star Ocean. Anamnesis. It's a weird name. But, you know, Japanese people and their weird-ass names. So, I mean, those two I play casually, but Brave Exvius I actually, like, play, like, I go on that, like, almost every day.
Yeah.
Which is kind of ridiculous. I probably should quit it again.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
I enjoy it. Are there any games you're looking forward to?
Yeah, so before I get into that, I wanted to mention to you that I know you don't have a Switch, but Nintendo Direct's new Direct is tomorrow, yeah. And some things that are expecting to come out are Luigi's Mansion for 3DS, which is a remake of the first one on GameCube.
Okay.
Which they already showed a trailer for, like, earlier this year.
Huh. I remember that.
Of course, more Smash reveals.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't think it'll be that soon. I feel like it might
I think they will.
Really?
Yeah. The game's coming out in a couple months.
Okay, well, then I hope there's a new character.
They're probably going to introduce someone. And I actually already pre-ordered the game.
You did? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Fucking props to you, buddy.
Yeah, I mean...
It's probably be sold out for a bit.
Well, I mean, I got the digital code. So I'm going all digital, like I think I mentioned to you earlier. So my biggest hope from the Nintendo Direct tomorrow is that they're going to release, or announce Animal Crossing for Switch. That's the only game I want.
I was surprised at how many people wanted the Animal Crossing game.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think there was that big of a market for it.
Oh, dude, no. Like, right now, my girlfriend's obsessed with that game. She's obsessed.
Is she playing the mobile one?
She's playing the mobile one, and she's stealing my 3DS and playing New Leaf.
Oh my god. Okay, I got New Leaf because of some deal that didn't even work for me because I think I did it wrong. It had to do with getting a DS, not the new Nintendo 3DS, but the 3DS. So I think I had to have redeemed something within like 30 days of having bought it.
Okay.
And then I read that after the fact. So then,
oh no.
So then I didn't get 2 free games. Instead, I just got a game that I bought, and I was like, fuck. So I ended up with Animal Crossing and New Leaf, and I tried it, and I was like, what do I do in this game?
I know.
I'm just like, it's like a life simulator.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like, this is kind of weird.
Well, see, there's two people that will view the game as, like, there's one set of people that will say, this is my escape from reality. I want to live in this fictional town. I want to do whatever I want. I want to be the mayor, blah, blah, blah. But there's other people that are like, why am I playing a game when I have to do work? You know? Like, in the very first Animal Crossing for GameCube, which was also on the N64, the first thing you do when you go into town is you get set up with a house and you have to start a part-time job. So people that come back from their jobs are like, why do I have to start a job from my job? So I understand that there's a work aspect to it that people don't want to do, but there's also this escapism and kind of relaxation part of it that other people enjoy.
I think if you think about it, like even other games like MMORPGs and stuff like that have some sort of like part-time job you just don't think it is. I mean, doing fetch quests and a lot of stuff is
the
literally
grind.
just all that stuff is literally just part-time job stuff. So it's not out of the realm of like, what is it? It's not like you're not used to that stuff. I think it just depends on how it's presented. And Animal Crossing New Leaf is just like different, and I just didn't like it that much.
And that's fine. You can have your opinion like that. Like, I'm not going to tell you that you shouldn't play it. I'm not going to tell you.
No, you're wrong.
Yeah, no.
You have to like Animal Crossing.
No. I'm not one of those people. I'll say I understand why you don't like it because I really like that style of gameplay and I like relaxing and all that stuff. But it's not for everyone. Some people like to relax and kill zombies left and right. And that's part of me too. I like to do that too.
That's a bit of a cathartic feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, for tomorrow. So,
what are you expecting out of tomorrow?
more Fire Emblem for
2018. Yeah, definitely going to come out with more Fire Emblem.
Or 2019, my bad. I am very excited for that. I have been hoping for that, and they said it was gonna be 2018 when they announced it on E3. I saw it's 2019. My heart just broke into two. I was really looking forward to it. I love Fire Emblem. That, and I'm hoping for like some sort of like some more information on Metroid Prime 4.
Yep.
Because
they just showed the title.
Yeah, dude, it's the logo reveal, man. Just develops more hype.
I know.
That's what they did with what was it called, Skyrim, way back when, and people just got massive boners over that.
And Shenmue 3.
Oh yeah,
Shenmue 3. I actually bought Shenmue recently, but I can't play it because I'm playing other games. Oof. It's on my backlog, but staring at me on my PS4 screen.
You gotta stockpile it, man. Just get ready for the video game apocalypse.
I know,
I'm just kidding. That's not gonna happen.
Well, I mean, that's what my Steam is. It's just stockpiled full of games that I can't play because I'm busy.
I stopped buying on Steam Summer Sales because it just adds up.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. What are you expecting for?
Oh, I already mentioned it.
Okay,
yeah, like Animal Crossing
and just
Smash.
Nothing else?
That's it. Oh, well, actually, they're gonna talk more about Mario Party because I'm actually trying to get that.
Oh, that one actually looks really fun.
I know. I want to know more about it because we only saw the trailer, but they didn't like mention anything about gameplay and like what you could do. I've only seen the screenshots on Amazon, so I don't know what else you could do after like
doing listings of like I don't know. There's just like trailer screenshots or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
But what was that?
No, but like the game itself, I know it looks like Mario Party for sure, but I don't know how much it's gonna be. Like I mean,
more fun.
Yeah, I mean, like I want to know if you could still screw your friends over royally.
I'm pretty sure you can. I don't think they'd remove that.
Yeah.
The cool thing that I from the trailer that I liked was the what is it? The Switch is connecting.
Yeah.
You remember that? I thought that was really cool, and they actually connected the screens, and I was like, "Whoa, that's cool!"
Yeah.
Like I want to see that stuff.
Yeah, and I thought about doing that when you get it, but then of course your situation.
I mean, I'm gonna have one again. So
yeah. Well, if you do get Mario Party, we'll play together.
I'll bring it over and we can play, boy.
We need to have other people. It can't be just us two playing Mario Party.
That doesn't make sense.
It's not fun,
We'll have a Mario Party open.
We'll have a Mario Party.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Wow! And with alcohol, we'll drink. And then
with whiskey, you mean?
Well, shots.
Yeah. Shot. See Mario just bottoms up.
Oh Jesus. Yeah. No. I think tomorrow's gonna be your standard Nintendo Direct fare.
Was the previous Direct with some of the Smash characters 35 minutes long?
Yeah, it was really long. It was like 35, 36 minutes long.
I feel like 35 minutes is not that long, so I'm just like wondering if they're even going to be able to touch on some Smash stuff. That's why I'm like feeling they're not going to do Smash that many announcements.
I mean, they've already revealed so much. They're gonna like add on to it.
Okay.
Because it's gonna grab people's attention. People are expecting Smash. If they don't deliver it, then what else are they gonna talk about?
Dude, my friend told me that when there was a Nindies, Nintendo was going to do their Nindies kind of direct, all that stuff. People were in that chat just yelling Smash. I'm like, dude, this is for the Nindies. Like, this is for the indie games. What are you doing? They're not going to drop any Smash information.
Smash is not an indie game.
Yeah, but some people are just really boner hard for that stuff.
Oh yeah, dude.
I mean, it is Smash. Smash is like one of their biggest things.
I would say it's the biggest thing for Nintendo. Yeah, like,
It's like
if
a
not
crossover of everything.
one of the biggest, if not the biggest, because it was the number one selling game on the GameCube, and then for the Wii.
It was?
Yeah.
I thought it would be like any of the main franchises, like
it isn't
Prime.
Well, I mean, it is one of the main franchises now,
Yeah.
even though it was only the second game. But I think it was Mario Sunshine was second. I forget, but yeah, look up like best-selling GameCube games, and then of course Brawl on the Wii. I don't know what the best-selling game on the Wii was, but I don't know if it's Brawl. Maybe it's Brawl.
We had a very interesting catalog of games.
Yeah, and then the Wii U.
It has to be Smash.
Yeah.
Nobody got a Wii U for anything but Smash.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it just doesn't make sense.
That's the only game I know on the Wii U, aside from Mario Kart, which is now on the Switch.
I don't know what was an exclusive. Maybe Xenoblade Chronicle X, but that one, that's like JRPG stuff. Yeah. I don't know. There wasn't a Zelda game that was strictly on that, except for the Wind Waker HD remake. But
is that ever going to come out on Switch? They should.
I don't think so.
Why? Why would they leave it on the Wii U?
Good luck, man. You can hope for it. I don't think they're gonna do it because they literally just put it for the Wii U. I mean, it might be a good idea for them to do.
Because they don't want to release it with. They don't want to overshadow Breath of the Wild, which is already done and gone with, right?
Wait, how do you overshadow Breath of the Wild was like.
Well, like they don't want to. No, but they don't want to release two Zelda games and have more people buy one than the other. You know what I mean? Like they want to level it out. It's only been like a year since Breath of the Wild came out.
Oh my god! And people are still finding things out about it.
Yep,
that's how crazy. Good of a game it is. Like Jesus.
Yeah.
I go on that Reddit sometimes, and I find new things. And I'm just like, God, I wish I could play it right now.
Rest in peace, your Wii, because you're the first person. Oh no, your Switch, because you're the first person to let me play with the Switch and let me play Breath of the Wild.
Oh, dude, I remember that. That was really fun.
Yeah, we stayed up until like 3 a.m. playing that game.
Yeah, I came over, brought my Switch, and I was like, yeah, you guys have at it, and I let them play. It was fun watching it. Their reactions were. It's really nice seeing how people react to it.
What? You could do this? You could do that?
You could do this?
You can kill that?
What? This is Ganon's castle? What?
You can go there on the first day?
What? You could parry the beam? Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Shogo was here, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, that was so funny.
Well, no, he was like here on the third day, because you came over 3 times, I remember.
Oh, my God. When the Switch came.
And then that third day, we looked up something, and I was like,
Oh,
not gonna mention what it is, but you already know.
I remember.
It was gross.
God, I love how that just came right. That's how traumatic it was.
I was like, I wonder what this looks like, and then I showed you. You're like,
it was so bad.
Come on, it's the 69th episode. Gotta make these references.
Oh God. But yeah, it was funny because our friend Shogo was here, and then both Jeremy and Shogo were flipping out because they were like, "No, we want to see you go to Ganon's castle." So I go there, and I'm like scaling it with like the beginning equipment, and then I'm kind of good. So then I like parried a few beams, but then I died after a while.
I'm kind of good.
I'm kind of good. Hey man, I gotta brag a bit.
You're really good. What are you talking about?
Dude, I've seen some really good Reddit like gamers. Those guys are insane. I'm just like, how the fuck do they get that good, dude? Oh man. But aside from that, yeah, Switch stuff, direct stuff, I'm looking forward to seeing, hopefully, a Fire Emblem, more information drop for that.
Yeah, and I think we will. I definitely think we will. So it starts 3 p.m. tomorrow. This podcast will come out much later than that. So give us your thoughts on what you expected or what you were hoping for from the Nintendo Direct, and what you really liked about it and what you didn't like. Because we'll definitely be watching it tomorrow.
And tell me if you're going to be getting Fire Emblem, because I'm totally getting it. And I like friends, and friends who play Fire Emblem are the best.
Why are you, like, whispering further and further with that sentence?
Oh, just because they got to know that I want them to be my Fire Emblem friends.
Okay. Anyways. Spider-Man.
So I haven't really caught up with that. Aside from that, I know it's coming out soon.
But did you hear about the graphics controversy?
I didn't know there was
do you know
one.
about Watch Dogs? like how it had like the graphics controversy. Like the trailer looked different from the game. Well, basically,
Wait, they did that with Aliens Current Colonial Marines or something?
yeah, well, I guess so, but that game sucked, so a lot of people didn't. Although,
course.
even though it sucked, I actually do own it, and I did play it, and I can confirm that it sucks because I beat it, and I was like, I felt like I wasted my time, and I played it alone too, and I wish other people played with me.
I hope you didn't spend the full.
I did not.
amount.
No,
Okay.
I waited years after it came out to play it,
Okay.
and I was like, God, I'm glad I didn't pay $60 for this shitty game. That's aside the point. So it was like the first trailer released and showed the graphics and what it looked like, and then the most recent trailer released, and then people were outcrying because the graphics looked like they downgraded. But then one of the developers came out and said like, oh, what you saw was only like the MP4 rendering of it. Like it's not the uncompressed version of the video. Like this is just the compressed version of the video. Like actual game looks different. But then and then everyone's like, the developers are backtracking, fans are outcrying, so we'll see what happens when the game actually does come out in 2 days.
Okay.
So
In 2 days.
I mean, honestly, I don't give a shit about graphics. If the gameplay outweighs the graphics, that's more important. Because there was a time when graphics didn't matter, and even today, I would say graphics still don't matter.
I think to this point, graphics have gone to the reached a certain level where it will generally look good, almost
Yes.
like all the time. Like it doesn't look like pixels, or I mean not pixels, but it doesn't look like polygons. So I mean,
Unless you're going for that art style, like Owlboy.
wait, that's like like 32-bit kind of art, right?
Yeah.
Because what I mean by polygons is like Solid Snake and Metal Gear.
Oh,
and like Cloud from Final Fantasy VII.
Or like GoldenEye.
Yeah, horrendously, like, oh god.
Like
they
it
look
doesn't
disheveled.
look like a person.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
like an alien monster.
Unless you wanted to go for that for like a unique art style, but I don't know if that would be a good idea in this day and age.
No, I mean there are some games. There's a game called like Back to 1996 that makes it look. It's developed like an old Silent Hill game, and so it has that art style, which I get. You know, you're trying to essence that same thing, but if you do it intentionally, if you do it intentionally, it's fine. If you don't do it on purpose, then there's a problem. You know what I mean? So, I think graphics have plateaued. I think they're at a point now where everything looks good, and that's fine. Like for example, Yakuza Kiwami 2, like the Dragon Engine, everyone looks realistic. Like everything looks fine. And right now, if they continue making Yakuza games with that engine and that graphic style, I'll be happy for the rest of my life. Like I don't care what the graphics look like. I care about the story and where they go, where the characters go. The graphics enhance it, yes, and they make it look better, and they kind of make it so that we, as the players, can kind of relate to what's happening. And that, like, not everyone looks like an alien being. So you're playing a game about humans that's for humans, so obviously you need to relate somehow. The graphics enhance it, but the characters are what really make it like a more like relatable story. If that makes sense.
I'm getting it.
Yeah.
The only thing, okay, so what you're saying about the graphics and how they plateaued though, if you're doing what or what's the game the team, or what's the developers for the new Spider-Man game? Do you know? The team?
Insomniac. They created the infamous series.
So I mean, graphics have definitely like plateaued in a good sense, but if you're kind of advertising a game where you're showing a bunch of trailers and saying that this is the in-game play, like this is how it looks like.
Right.
I feel like people do have a right to be upset that they're being falsely advertised. Because I mean, if they like this graphics controversy that you're talking about, if it really does look that stark, like from what they've been seeing, then I feel like they have a right to be like to have an outcry with that. Because I mean, if someone's trying to sell you something and they say that it's this, and they show you things that make it seem like it is actually that, what is it? And you get something completely different, then yeah, I feel like you have every right to be upset about it. I think he's trying to show me.
No. Just keep talking. Don't worry about me.
I mean that's like just like my little tidbit on it. Obviously, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know how. What is it? What's like? I don't know the level of how bad it is, or if it's even that bad at all.
No, it looks fine. Like the game itself looks like it's Spider-Man. Like he wanted to look like a Spider-Man game. Like, have you ever played any of the older Spider-Man games?
Yeah, I played the 64 one. I like that one.
Yeah. So it kind of harkens back to that style of gameplay where it's like swinging from building to building. Yeah. And so despite the graphics controversy, everyone's been saying that the game is fantastic overall, which is kind of what you want.
Yeah, so, even though I don't really play any superhero games, Spider-Man, that one looks actually like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
because it's Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man.
Yeah. Me too.
Swinging from web to web in like urban jungle. That's the coolest thing ever.
New York City. Mm-hmm. And I mentioned that Insomniac made Infamous. That's incorrect. I meant they made Ratchet and Clank. There's another studio made Infamous. I forgot the name of them, but they're making that new samurai game for PS4, Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so...
Okay, Ghost of Tsushima looks really fucking beautiful.
Dude, yeah.
I've been seeing all that, like all the in-game renders, and I'm like, oh my god, what is this beautiful game?
Alyssa and I have been freaking out about that game, and we really, really, really want to play it, like, when it comes out.
It looks gorgeous.
Dude, yeah. I cannot wait to play that game, simply because, it's set in the samurai time period, and how many games you get to play nowadays that are set in the samurai era.
It seems to be very accurate too.
Yeah, it's based on an actual island and an actual historical event, so you will be playing as someone during that time period, which is awesome because they rendered the whole island, which is awesome.
The scenery is so I saw some pictures. I see there's a dude there's like tiles, there's a samurai, and there's like soccer petals falling, and I'm like, whoa, that looks really hyper realistic, and I love it.
Yeah, totally, dude.
It's gorgeous. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Just take in-game screenshots, put together something on like Photoshop, create a collage, and it's like, oh, here's a brochure for our new tourist tourist trip to wherever this island is. I feel like it'd work.
It's Tsushima.
Tsushima, there you go. Yeah, Tsushima. Gosh, I'm not all together here.
It's okay. So I don't know if you watched the E3 Sony press conference. Did you happen to catch that?
I don't remember too much about it.
Well, there's a part where they started in somewhere that was like based on The Last of Us, and then they cut to a break, and they cut back, and the whole audience was in a different amphitheater, and it was it showed like the sakura trees blowing in the wind, and it had this white guy come out, and he had like the flute, and he had like a rice paddy hat, and he's like playing, and I was looking at my brother like, what's going on? And then they're like, okay, Ghost of Tsushima. I was like, oh, that's what I wanted to see. Why did I have to watch this guy blow into a flute for like a minute?
They wanted to get the guy of the limelight.
Just show me the game. Isn't that why this is called E3? Electronic Entertainment Expo?
Somebody told me about that, and I was laughing because I was like, oh, they're just showing the in-game mechanics. He's like, no, there was a guy who was actually playing the instrument, and I was like, what?
That's not part of the game.
Yeah, I was like, why would you do that? When he told me that, I was like, okay, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's whatever. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, it's looking cool. What I'm trying to remember, going back to E3, dude, there was a lot of cool stuff announced.
No, we don't have to talk about E3.
Didn't we do that already?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, okay.
It was a while ago that we talked about it.
Yeah, my bad. Didn't mean to bring up old
no worries.
Topics.
Something I wanted to point out, Mega Man 11 is coming out on October 2nd. Are you interested in the series? Have you ever played it?
I haven't heard of anything about Mega Man 11. No, wait, I think I have, but I'm not too interested in the Mega Man, but I like the X series.
Oh, well, yeah, this isn't a sequel to the X series. It's a sequel to the main series.
Yeah, see, the X series I thought was more fun.
Yeah, I see. As someone that's never played Mega Man, like 11 speaks to me in a way because I think it's interesting as a platformer. I think we own the first one on the NES. I'm staring at the NES. And I can see the box where I think the game is.
Even get one? What the hell?
It's my dad's. He gave it to my brother and I, and then. Yeah, we have a Genesis over there too.
Dude, this is like completing the video game console library here.
Unintentionally though.
If you have a Dreamcast, I think you're set.
It's right there.
Oh, okay. I've been defeated. He has a Dreamcast, guys.
It's sitting on top of a PS2.
Jesus, dude, this is becoming the video game library right here.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying?
It's okay. No,
Mega
Man 11 is interesting to me simply because I haven't played all the other original games, but I kind of want to. Mm-hmm. It was one of the games that kind of defined platforming, the 2D platforming genre. Also, the difficulty setting of 2D platformers, since Mega Man is not an easy game, but it's also not a hard game.
Yeah.
I'd say it's somewhere in between. Like, you can be a skilled player, play it, and still loot, like still fall off and die at some points. So
Have you ever seen Egoraptor's sequelitis?
of course I watched all of them.
So you've seen the Mega Man one.
Yes, I have.
That's
great.
He did a great job explaining that.
Yeah.
And
Mega
that's,
Man, Mega Man.
no, but I do remember a lot of things he was talking about with the original Mega Man, where it's like, oh, you see these platforms are falling and stuff like that, but you do get a chance to go on them first, and you figure things out. You kind of learn as you go. So it's like it did. What is it as a platformer? It did help develop, like, I don't know, a gamer's intuition when it comes to playing that or throughout gaming in Mega Man.
What other games do that well, do you think?
Like, it doesn't hold your hand, but you kind of learn through doing it.
Like Super Mario 64 on the N64. Like, it doesn't tell you anything, but you just do it. So then you just have to like run around and start jumping around and pressing the B button, pressing the A button, pressing the Z button, left and right, playing with the C buttons, just to see what he would do. Like, it doesn't tell you what to do or where to go. It just says, all right, this is Mario. You jumped out of a pipe and you're in front of Peach's castle. Now go inside the castle. But it doesn't tell you that. It's just there.
Actually, for Mario, there was actually a really interesting thing where it shows you, or where, like, in the first level, like literally the first level, you know how the screen pans to certain areas and then it stops and you can't go back?
Yeah.
So there's a Goomba coming up and then you're underneath all these blocks.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So the only thing you can really do is you have like 2 buttons left. You're kind of forced to press one of the two while the thing comes to you. So you learn how to jump right there and then. And then you hit a block and you realize that you can do this and that. So you're right. Like Mario does have that. Like, you learn as you go. I'm trying to think of when I had a good example recently, because somebody I would talk to somebody about a few games recently, but it's escaping me, and it was a pretty good one too.
It's all good.
It's killing me.
It's fine. No, I mean, if there's a game you can think of that really introduces how to introduce its mechanics to you,
as you go.
Let us know if you're listening. But Jairus, if you can do that.
I'm trying to think of it. I can't right now. I had a good one too.
No, I know. As you know, a lot of games introduce like, oh, press the A button, press the B button to do this. It's like you don't want to be fed that sometimes. You just want to jump into it. It's all good.
I can't think.
You can say Call of Duty?
No, dude. I had a good one. Maybe it was. No, I don't feel like it was Breath of the Wild, but I feel like Breath of the Wild does.
Breath of the Wild does do that.
Yeah, but
they do that well, I think.
I'm trying to think. I can't do it, Jeremy.
It's fine.
It's disappearing. Watch, it's gonna come back to me later. I'm gonna text you like 1 a.m.
We're gonna be talking about something else, and then you're like, "Oh my god, I know what it is."
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna think about that. I'm gonna mull over it for like the next few days, and I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna send it to you.
Please, please do.
It's making me upset. But okay. So Mega Man 11. Are you gonna be getting it then?
No, I don't think I'll be getting it day one. I know. I've been talking about it like I'm going to.
I was like, oh, he's probably getting it.
Nah, I'm not gonna get it day one simply because the whole Mighty Number 9 thing where it came out and people were like outraged of it because it wasn't as good as Mega Man, but it was trying to be Mega Man, even though it was made by the man who created Mega Man.
Actually, if I remember correctly, Keiji Inafune isn't the guy who made Mega Man.
It's not. He's not. But
he's
everyone
marketing.
Exactly.
Yes.
Everyone considers him the creator of Mega Man, but there's another guy that created it. Mm-hmm. And so he stole the spotlight.
Yeah, and he screwed it up real big.
Good. Well, I'm glad the non-creator of Mega Man failed at making a Mega Man game.
Yeah, it just sucks because all the other people that believed in it fell for it.
Oh.
And people like Renz, especially, he was really looking forward to it, and he was upset.
Oh, well.
That's why you don't really fund Kickstarters.
I don't. The last time I funded a Kickstarter was for Yooka-Laylee. Have you heard of that game?
Oh.
And that disappointed me greatly.
Oh.
Sorry, Platonic.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I spent my $20. I bought the game. I got it digitally on PS4, and once I started playing it, I was like, "This is not Banjo-Kazooie." So I went and played Banjo-Kazooie because that's the only game that is like that.
You didn't even finish it.
I didn't even technically I didn't even start it. Like, I got to the first level, I started playing the first level. I'm like, "This is horrible. Like, I can't keep playing it." Did you play it? Did you touch it at all?
No, I just watched Donkey's review of it.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I played the game and then I watched his review and I was like, I feel the same way. Donkey's not always right when it comes to what he talks about because everyone's going to have their opinion on everything.
Of course.
So I wouldn't say you're right when it comes to your opinion. I will just say that everyone has different opinions and different feelings towards different games.
Of course.
There are some people that love Yooka-Laylee. I've watched some of my favorite YouTubers like Gerard Khalil, the completionist, he
Oh.
in the beginning he said that he liked a lot of aspects about ukulele, even though it wasn't Banjo and Kazooie. But I watched a recent episode of Madness on their Normal Boots channel, and he said that he was disappointed by the game. So that episode came out more recently. So I believe what he says now is that he was disappointed by it. But in the beginning, he did say he liked it. So there are some people that tolerate it, I would say.
Okay,
and there's some people
that's
that
a better word.
yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
yeah. Because the younger generation, they don't know what Banjo Kazooie is. They're gonna play this game and be like, "This is a great game. I wonder what else is like it." And then they play Banjo Kazooie. They're like, "Oh my god, what is this?"
Their mind gets blown at how much better it is for an older game.
Right?
God, Banjo Kazooie was a great game.
Yeah, my brother and I grew up playing the sequels. So
The sequel. So you
the
started off with Tui?
Yeah, no. Sorry, we played Kazooie and then we bought Tui from
Oh, there you go.
GameStop before it was called GameStop. It was called Software Etc. in our mall.
No way.
And then GameStop bought that and became GameStop.
I remember there was Game Crazy back in like Blockbuster in Hollywood.
Oh yeah,
Stores, whatever.
yeah. It was yeah, I remember that too. Yeah. Oh my god.
That place was dope.
It was like green and black. It was the colors. Yep. I remember my cousins and I. We went to there to buy a Star Wars or to rent a Star Wars game for a day, and we did, and we had fun making fun of the voices. That was fun.
That's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, is there anything else you want to add? I mean, we have a pretty short list today for the agenda. Anything you want to talk about?
Game wise,
yeah.
Let's see.
Something that's inspired you. I know you've been working on your games. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
So recently I had the opportunity to work with some game development teams, and I was able to get some producing roles. Well, not really producing roles. I got an audio lead role, so I had to delegate tasks to people who would be doing sound design and composition while I'm also helping those people. This was for a game called Force Break, which managed to get what is it? I think it was at E3, and they got to show it off with some of the smaller indie games and all that stuff. It's gonna be released on Steam, so you guys can check that out when it gets there. You'll see my name there in the credits. It's actually pretty cool having credits for that. I was able to throw that on my resume, and
oh yeah, dude,
it looks good. People have been emailing me about a few job stuff. I even got something from a game thing that's downtown, so I was really excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
There was another game I got to work for, which was oh wait, by the way, Force Break is like it's like Twisted Metal mixed with that soccer game that's with cars. Forgot what it's called.
Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League. It's like a mixture of that. So you have guns and you're trying to hit the other character out of bounds.
Plug it. What's the website where people can find out about it, and where can you play it on?
You'll be able to play it on Steam, on computers and all that stuff. The Steam release, I'm not sure when that is. The website is just Force Break. I think it's a Wix site. So
how do you spell that? Force.
Forze.
Oh, okay. Force.
Force is break. BRAEK. So it's a really interesting game. It was really funny working with the development team. We used Discord a lot.
Good.
Well, they use Slack, but I kind of made them use Discord because I prefer Discord.
I mean, it's a chat system made for gamers. I'm surprised that they were using Slack instead of Discord.
I don't know.
But those two systems are competing with each other. They're
I feel
very
like
similar.
Discord is like destroying the competition. Discord's great.
Yeah, but for business settings, a lot of businesses don't
Slack.
use. Yeah, they don't.
Slack
Like
is-
my company uses Slack.
Yeah, I mean, in a business setting, I've seen how Slack is, and it really does fit the atmosphere. But gaming, Discord is there, and also I feel like for game development or like game companies, they would use Discord.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I had another developer on. He's working on a game called Costume, and he was saying that his whole team is spread out across the world, so they only use Discord to talk to each other. I was like, that is awesome.
Dude, Discord's great. The other game that I worked on was called Journey Through Memories, and this one's like an adventure puzzle platforming game.
I feel like that's your type of game.
It was like a RPG thing, and then
Yep.
this one I was assistant composing for, but I kind of started just composing for entirely.
Dude, awesome.
I actually won an award for this one.
Oh,
or
what?
Not me strictly, the sound team did.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm not wrong to say that I won an award.
Yeah.
So the UCSC Silicon Valley extension had a Sammy showcase, and we won the award for best audio and sound design. So
What's up?
my music, it was really awesome. I had a lot of fun doing that. The music I feel was great, and I was just doing a bunch of orchestration and just working with the dev team there. That game dev team was both of the game development teams were great. Although I feel like I we had more fun with Journey Through Memories because we met up with them more often. We even got lunch. We talked. We hung out, and then we would talk game develop, or we would talk business. Start doing some roles. They had me doing game testing, and then they wanted to like write down my reactions and figure out how to like, what is it, like certain or figure out certain bugs, or if I'm doing like game breaking stuff, which was really funny because I was. The cool thing about this game is that it's sound based, so like you tell the main character to move left or right, and you tell her to do spells, and she would do them, cool. Which I think is really cool because it becomes accessible for certain people who are unable to play with their hands, and it becomes like a very, what is it? It's like vocal based, and then you're also listening. I really liked it a lot. That game, I'm not too sure if it's going to get released on Steam. I haven't talked to the development team in a while. I actually saw them at Anime Expo, though. We talked for a brief bit when I went to one of the game composing...
Nice.
Oh, yes. So I went to one of the game composing panels, and I met them there.
Oh,
but
cool.
Here's also some cool news, which I just reminded myself of. At Anime Expo, I went to the video game composer panel. This was for a guy named... Hiroki Kikuta, and he is the Legend of Mana composer.
Oh, cool.
He was talking about what he's been working on. He's also he's gone indie, so he's doing a lot of indie work. I think recently he's doing Unraveled. I don't remember.
Cool.
There I also met his assistant composer named Dale North. Dale North did something called League of Wizards, Wizard of Legend, or something like that. It's on the Switch. The game looks pretty awesome. That guy I managed to start talking to. And I have been emailing him ever since, trying to get tips, pointers, and advice from him for the video game music industry. And he's been very helpful and very willing to like answer my questions and just talk to me. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, I've been really like thankful for that.
So you're kind of his protege in a way?
I wouldn't say that. Like, there's enough distance between us, but like I can ask him anything. Like he's always willing to answer my questions. He's actually really fast at responding. I'm like, I'm expecting him to take like a few days to respond, but he's like on it, even though it's like hella long, like what I asked.
Yeah.
So it's really awesome getting to talk to someone like that, and knowing how to like define my rates.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then like wondering about what I should prepare for in terms of the video game music industry. It's awesome. I love it. And a lot of the things I'm doing now, so I'm still in university. I've been there for a while, but I changed my majors. I've been around. What I'm doing now is where I'm going to end up, like most definitely.
Freelancing or whatever?
I'm doing audio producing stuff, but I also want to do a lot of video game audio implementation and composing. Or composing. Video game audio implementation is a pretty big thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's expected, but it's good to have skills to be able to implement audio, and also to be able to compose. Because I mean, if you're good at composing, that's cool and all, but if you're trying to get into the industry and to begin with, just being good at that isn't enough. I feel like, unless you know somebody in the industry already, which the best way to do that is to go to a bunch of conventions. Yes, that's a good thing to do. Dale North was telling me that. He was saying if you want to meet people, or if you want to get out there, you need to go to these conventions, meet people, talk to them, naturally build relations with these people, and then hopefully hear from them in the future. Just talk to them. He was telling me about all these cool things that he's being involved with because he was just casually talking and keeping up with people. Like, you don't need to be like every day, oh hey, what are you doing, kind of thing.
Be friendly.
Yeah, be friendly, and you don't have to like
grab a drink, all that stuff.
That, or just like occasionally update them through social media or anything like that.
Sure.
This guy's like been getting really cool stuff, and he was telling me that he's doing like Tokyo Game Show.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I know, right? He said he has some cool things, and he was like, hopefully I can show you soon. And I was like, I better get first dibs. Like, I want to see this stuff.
Sure.
So it's really exciting, really cool. But the main tips are basically, if you are a video game music composer, someone who wants to get into the video game music industry, start learning how to do audio implementation. If you know Fmod or Wise, that's already a good start. If you don't know, start looking up tutorials, because it's out there. There's a lot of information out there in the world. A really cool thing about Fmod is, if you've ever heard of the game Celeste,
I have it.
Yep. The audio team there actually released their Fmod project, so you can use that for a tutorial to learn it and see how it works. And then, so aside from audio implementation, there's also going to conventions. going to conventions, you need to get out of your shell if you're not really good at talking to people or if you're not that really good at socializing. This is a good opportunity. You can talk to so many people that are like-minded, that love video games. They have the same passion as you. Just go out there, talk to them, and hopefully you build a connection with them and can talk to them in the future. Let them know, of course, what you do. If you have a business card, you can try to somehow shove that in there, all the while being natural. That's kind of hard. But definitely try to make your way out to these sorts of events. And other than that, just keep on doing what you're doing. Just keep making music. Keep building your portfolio, get better at it, become efficient. And yeah, hopefully things will work out for you guys, because that's kind of what I'm doing. One of my classes this semester is doing game audio implementation, but I already have my hand at it. But I just wanted to see whether or not we'll be expanding upon things that I already know. We're going to be going over Wise, Fabric, and Fmod, and I'm really looking forward to it. Other than that, yeah, that's like the coolest news that I have in terms of what I've been up to. Just emailing this assistant composer who's done some really cool work. Oh man. I would tell you more stuff, but I don't know if I'm allowed to.
We'll talk about it offline, after the podcast.
Like
but,
NDA stuff, so.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the advice. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people listening that are either interested in working in the video game industry or that want to, or thinking about working in the video game industry or just don't know how to do it. So. Yeah.
I also do want to mention that some universities do it. In California, I think Berkeley and SFSU are the ones that are doing video game audio. So if you're
so cool.
Yeah, if you're looking into any of those, you should definitely check it out. SFSU has 2 people who have done work in video games for a while, and Berkeley, I think, only has like maybe 1 class or 2 classes that go over it. I can't say because I obviously don't go there, but I remember trying to research and seeing what they have to offer there.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Cool. By the way, Fmod sounds like a derogatory term. You'd call someone like, you freaking Fmod. You Fmod. Like something from the future. Like, I'm sure down the road, kids are going to be calling each other Fmods. Whatever that means.
It's just like, it's something that people can throw into Unity and then start doing audio.
That's cool.
It's pretty interesting. It looks like Ableton, honestly. It's kind of funny. But yeah.
Cool.
Can't think of anything else to add?
I don't have anything else on my end other than really? It's great to see you again on the podcast. It's always fun to have you.
So very fun. I'm so excited. Sorry,
you're also a voice actor, apparently.
Yes. Oh, did you see that, by the way? When I was at Anime Expo, I did a voice acting panel.
No way.
And I had a lot of fun doing it.
You have to show me after this.
I will definitely. Fun. It was really fun, guys. You can if you ever go out to these things like an anime convention, get out of your shell, because I'm pretty sure everybody there is awkward, so you're probably not the most awkward one. So just be the best guy you could be, best person you could be, and just have fun at it. Like, dude, that's what I did. Like every single little thing I was going at, I was going ham. It was fun.
Nice, man.
It. I mean, you know how we talked before about how anime conventions are a bit like weird, cringy kind of thing?
A little bit, yeah.
Anime Expo wasn't that bad for me because I went with a good group and all that stuff. Like, a lot of them loved anime, but they weren't so gung-ho about it. Mm-hmm. The people that I was staying with, I met for the first time ever. Like, we were in the same hotel, and we were just drinking, having fun, playing, like, party games. You know, Jackbox games?
Yeah, dude, I love those.
Yeah, we were playing that. This is the first time I was ever playing them.
Nice.
And I sucked at every single one. But it was fun. We were hanging out, chilling, talking. During the day, we would go hang out and do a few of the expo things, but then I'd part and do some of my own things with people that I met in the Kizuna I Discord, because I've been in there for a while and I'd known people and they said they were going. So it was my first time meeting them too.
Wow, that's cool.
And I just had a really great time.
Nice, man.
It was really awesome. We should go to a convention sometime. Even though, like, I feel like you should just go with me and then we'll just have a great time.
Don't bring your Switch.
Yeah, no, I definitely won't. If you guys want a fun person to hang out with, just hang out with me. I'm really fun to hang out with. I promise. Especially you girls. I'm just kidding. What? No, I didn't say any of that. Hey, man, Overwatch is like a dead game, dude. Have you heard about that? League of Legends, too. League of Legends is pretty dead.
I think this will be the last time he'll be on the podcast. Just kidding. I'm playing. No,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Jairus?
Yes.
I think we're going to close it out now.
Sounds good.
Thank you again for being on the podcast.
My pleasure.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you on again.
Of course. Anytime.
Yeah, hopefully with Alyssa and some other people on in the future. But thanks, everyone, for listening to podcast number 69. Hope you all have a great night. Mm-hmm. So, see you guys next time.
Signing off.